Check. Okay. Check. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. We'll get that scoreboard fixed for you in just a second. We are in the second quarter now of the boys' game between Fort Scott and Colgan. And the Panthers lead this one 21-18. The score you're seeing there was the score at the end of the first quarter. Trying to get that recorded in my stuff so I remember that. But again, Fort Scott in a battle here with Colgan. After the girls went double overtime and defeated Colgan just a little bit ago over in the other gym. Here's a pass deflected, goes out of bounds, so it'll stay with Fort Scott, or excuse me, Colgan. Colgan in the white uniforms tonight with the blue letters and numbers, blue and gray trim. And Fort Scott, of course, in their road red uniforms with the black letters, white numbers, black and white trim. Pass goes left side for Colgan. Drive in, shot there, does not go. And the rebound is taken by Josh Wolhoff for the Tigers. Three-pointer on the way from Brown. Good for Fort Scott. Tie game. And Frontenac will take a timeout. So we'll try to get things as up to date as we can do for you here. Missing the first quarter and change here. But again, Fort Scott Tigers and Colgan Panthers tied at 21 here, 1:42 to play in the second quarter. Again, we do apologize for missing the entire first quarter and quite a bit of the second quarter. But the girls' game, if you're just now tuning in, went double overtime with Colgan. Fort Scott did win that game. So they'll be playing in the championship game tomorrow against Blue Valley Southwest, I believe. Fort Scott Tigers trying to get into the fifth place game and a rematch with Frontenac as they played just a regular season game a few weeks ago right after Christmas break. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Colgan. Now it's knocked away again, and Tyler Anderson comes away with it for Fort Scott. Two is good for Wolhoff. So Fort Scott takes the lead here in the second quarter. Runner there, doesn't go. Shot blocked by Fort Scott on the putback. Brown comes out of there with it for the Tigers. Three-pointer from Anderson. Swish! And Coach Hefford's going to take another timeout, this time a full one. So Fort Scott, a nice little run here. They're up by 5 now with 58 seconds left to go in the first half. Of course, the Colgan Panthers are coached by Clint Heffern, who was in Fort Scott for a couple of years. This, I believe, is his third season in Colgan now. Also, one of the assistants for Colgan is Jacob De La Torre, Fort Scott graduate, and of course, son of athletic director now for Fort Scott. Coach Delatorre. I think I'm just going to call him Coach all the time. He was the boys basketball coach for so many years at Fort Scott. One of those things that's hard to change a moniker for somebody when they've had it for so long. Colgan coming out of the timeout with the basketball. Blake Wilkes will be inbounding, and he'll get it into Brady Crossland. Get it inside to Wilkes. Pass too tall and out of bounds. So back over to the Tigers here. Pretty good second quarter for the Tigers this evening. See how the next 48 seconds go, but this could be their best second quarter of the season. Three-pointer on the way. That one doesn't go by Malachi Larson. Rebound Fort Scott out to Brown. Three. That one doesn't go. Now loose, picked up by Colgan. Here they come, the Panthers. We are getting a new battery into our camera, so we'll have that feed for you in just a second. Oh, look at that. Quick and nimble fingers of my camera guy, Willie Abate, tonight. Colgan, ball over to the left side. Now back to the top it comes. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball loose. Wolof with the steal. Out to Dobb. The clock will run out. The shot will not count if it goes. But Fort Scott with a great second quarter. And they will take the lead into the break, 26-21. We'll take a short break and come right back and try to get you caught up on what's happened here in the first half as Fort Scott leads the Colgan Panthers 26-21. This is Tiger Basketball on Duckbait TV.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delena Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura at Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. Ooh, all right. Welcome back in here to the old gym now at Frontenac High School, as the Fort Scott Tiger boys lead the Colgan boys 26-21 at halftime. We've talked all year about Fort Scott's struggles in the second quarter, but tonight in the second quarter they outscored Colgan 15-6 as they trailed at the end of the first quarter 15-11 and then lead it now 26-21. So a much better second quarter for the Tigers. And again, I do apologize. We don't have a complete list of stats and things like that like we usually do, points and whatnot at halftime like we usually do. It's unfortunately just kind of the way it happens with the deal here with going back and forth between both gyms. And a similar situation will happen tomorrow no matter what happens. So the Tiger girls won, and they will play in the championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the new gym. If the Tiger boys lose, they will play for they will play for 7th place at 11:30 here in the old gym. If they win, they'll play at 2:30 here in the old gym for 5th place. So one way or the other, we'll either do it in reverse action tomorrow with the boys playing first and then the girls, or we'll do it exactly like we did it tonight, switching gyms. So just a heads up to those tuning in for tomorrow, as it'll be the same deal. But we really love doing this. I mean, this is a whole lot of fun for us to get to come and cover the Fort Scott Tigers and Lady Tigers the way that we do here on Duckbait TV. So a huge shout out again to all of our sponsors for sponsoring us, and then also USD 234 for letting us do this. It is a fun thing to be able to come and cover the Fort Scott Tigers the way that we've been able to do. And I thought as a kid growing up, going to school in Uniontown and Girard, I never thought I would say that I enjoy covering the Fort Scott Tigers, but this is a blast for me to get to do. So again, thanks to everybody tuning in, and thanks to again to all of our sponsors, and especially to USD 234 for letting us do this and cover your Tigers, because this is a whole lot of fun for us. I know we missed a good portion of the first half of the boys' game here tonight. It won't happen normally, of course. May happen again tomorrow, but normally obviously it won't happen. But we really love doing this. I really love getting the opportunity to cover your team. So it's been a lot of fun, and looking forward to the rest of this game. The rest of this weekend. This is always a fun tournament. It is always a blast to get to come here to Frontenac, see teams that you don't see all that often, but teams, in the case of Colgan and Frontenac, teams that you know a lot about, just don't play all that often. So kind of fun to see this and see some old faces as well. Coach Heffern for the Panthers, Coach Delatorre, Assistant Coach Delatorre, Jacob, of course, one of the assistants for Colgan. And so just a lot of fun to get to be here and do this. So, again, we appreciate the support, and we're just about ready to get the second half underway here as the Tigers lead this one 26-21. I have not had a chance to update any brackets further than what we had earlier, but we will put the boys bracket up there on the screen for you to see kind of where things are lined out at the moment. I did not check on our way into the gym. I'm assuming Frontenac won. There was about 5 seconds left. I was actually over here setting up some things that I could set up prior to the girls' game getting started. And so we did see that Frontenac was leading that game by 4, I think, with like 5 seconds to go. Owensville had the ball. They called a timeout. I needed to get back over to the other gym for the girls' game, but I'm assuming Frontenac held on. So if Fort Scott can win tonight, it'll be a rematch with the Raiders at 2:30 here in the old gym tomorrow. And if Colgan comes back, then it'll be Fort Scott and Owensville at 11:30 here in the old gym to start boys action in the old gym tomorrow. That'll be for 7th place. And that'll be an interesting thing because they haven't played this year, but they played a couple years ago here in the old gym, and Fort Scott was able to beat Owensville. They are from Missouri. I know Owensville, Kentucky is probably more well-known to a lot of folks, but that is a school from Missouri, the Fightin' Dutchmen. They are from Missouri, kind of in between St. Louis and Lake of the Ozarks. So kind of give you a reference where that is. And so it'll be an interesting matchup either way tomorrow, but we've got 2 more quarters of this one here tonight, and we'll see what happens in this one. As you see the final score there from last night's game for Colgan, 64-36. That game was very close at halftime with Fairgrove last night, and Colgan struggled in the 3rd quarter. So we'll see if Fort Scott can create some struggles again, or if Colgan kind of gets that figured out a little bit. Again, the Tigers look like they will come out with Dub, Cannon Brown, Tyler Anderson, Ty Marbury, and Josh Wolhoff, their usual starting lineup, starting lineup for a game, also a second half for the Tigers. And they will start with the basketball. They get it to Anderson here, back over to Dub. Dub still with it over on the far side. Again, no shot clock this weekend here. So plenty of time for the Tigers as we start the 3rd quarter. Now back to Dub. Now the ball comes to Anderson. He'll drive into the lane, puts one up. That one is good for Tyler Anderson. Pass into the corner. Now back out top it comes to Karsten Simmons for Colgan. Shot there, doesn't go. Rebound, Ty Marbury. So the Tigers will come back the other direction now, leading by a touchdown. Pass goes to the elbow to Marbury. Now they hand it off to Chipman. Dub drives down to the baseline, puts up a left-handed shot, doesn't go. Rebound fought for, loose, picked out of there by Colgan. Brady Crossland comes down the floor. Shot there, doesn't. Well, we're going to get a foul, it looks like, before the shot.
Fouls on the Tigers. Number 33, Ty Marbury. His 2nd foul, 1st team foul.
Second foul of the night on Ty Marbury. Pass is deflected around on the inbounds, and now we got a whistle. Looks like another foul on the Tigers here. Inbounds play comes in. They get it to Blake Wilkes out front. Now around to Joe Lomshak, 5'11 junior. Collision inside there. Looks like everybody's okay, though. Ball back out to Crossland for Colgan. He'll drive it in. Ball knocked out of his hands, but he's able to chase it back down. Ball comes back to the top. Now slings it over to Simmons. Simmons has it. He'll go back around to the left side. Drive in, shot there is no good off the front iron. Rebound taken by Colgan. And now the shot is there, but no good. A foul looks like it's going to be on the Tigers, though.
Shooting foul on the Tigers. Number 33, Ty Marbury, that's his 3rd. 13 foul. To the line is number 3
So Karsten Simmons will be at the free throw line for Colgan. That one's up and in there. And Quade Moreland will check back in for the Tigers here. As Ty will come out with those 3 fouls. Simmons with the second free throw. That one doesn't go, and Moreland comes down with a rebound for the Tigers. Tyler Anderson, three-pointer, good! Tyler Anderson starting to heat up a little bit for Fort Scott. Pass comes to the elbow, now back out for Colgan. They'll go right side, pass deflected. It'll go out of bounds. And it will stay with Colgan with 5:32 to play in the third quarter. Inbounds pass comes in and around. And I think we're going to foul on Dub Chipman. Got a little bit too handsy that time. Third foul on Dub tonight. 4th foul on Fort Scott here in the quarter. Inbounds play for Colgan. Three-pointer doesn't go. Tyler Anderson comes down with the rebound, and he'll come back the other direction. Now Dub across to Brown. Brown puts up a long three-pointer. That one off the front rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Colgan as Brady Bottega gets the hand on it there. Down the floor it comes. Now kick it back into the corner as they get it to Schrimmer. Jump shot in there is good for Will Schrimmer. So back to a touchdown lead again for Fort Scott, 31-24. Dub drives into the lane, kicks it back out, and they're going to call a travel on Chipman. Oh, man, that's too bad. He got it to Josh, and Josh took the shot anyway and made it. So that's tough luck for the Tigers. Colgan got his sub there. I believe it was Clayton Adamson who checked in there for the Panthers. He'll get the basketball now out near the center line. Now back to Adamson. He'll drive the baseline, gets caught there in the corner. Now back out top it comes to Crossland. Around it goes to Lomshak. Now back to Crossland. He'll drive into the lane, gets stuck in there. Now kicks it back out. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound chased down in the corner, though, by Colgan. Back around it comes to Adamson. Adamson drives, now pitches it over to Lomshak. Lomshak now back to Bottega, and he will reset the offense. Ball goes inside. Oh, nice defense by Moreland, but the shot a little bit better there by Karsten Simmons, as he will get it there and make it a 5-point game. Pass comes to Moreland at the elbow. Back over to Chipman. Chipman left side wing. Now Anderson. He's feeling it out there. Missed that one, though. Rebound skied for by Brown. Brown back on the left wing. Now circles around. Gets it to Chipman. Into the corner. Drives in. Shot there. Doesn't go. Rebound batted and picked out of there by the Panthers. Now Adamson gets it. Ahead it goes to Bottega. Now back to Adamson, over to Crossland. 3:08 to play. Fort Scott with a 2-on-2 zone here. And now Colgan content to run some clock at the moment. Again, no shot clock. The CNC has the teams in the CNC. There's a shot blocked by Fort Scott. It's going to go out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Panthers. The schools within the CNC have gotten together, just like the schools in the SEK, regarding the shot clock. Again, it's an exploratory situation this year as Malachi Larson will check back in for Chipman here with 2:54 to play in the quarter. But the schools in the CNC have all gotten together and said they are not going to. They have declined the option to play with a shot clock this year, as the shot is no good by Lomshak, but a foul. will send him to the free throw line. It's going to be on Moreland, and that's the second one on Quade tonight. 15 fouls, so that'll put Colgan in the bonus for the rest of the third quarter here. Lomshak will have 2 free throws. First one is up there and good. Colgan with a sub here, as they will get Brock Riddell into the game. Also Gabe Brown checking in for the Panthers. Lomshek, second free throw is a little short. Rebound, batted towards the corner, and Fort Scott able to get to it. Ball ahead to Anderson, three-pointer again. That one doesn't go. Brown tried to get it, and I think Larson hit it last. Nope, Colgan hit it last. Larson must have got out of the way there. So Fort Scott basketball on the baseline. Who wants to throw it in? Malachi will go line, throw it in here. Inbound play comes into Tyler. Anderson out beyond the three-point line, out deep for the Tigers. Now to Brown, now back to Larson. Into the corner to Anderson. Back to Brown. He'll go inside to Woolhoff. Shot there doesn't go. Moreland grabbed the rebound. Oh, they're going to call the foul on the floor. So no free throws here for Quade. Foul's going to go on Brock Riddell. Ty Marbury will check back in for the Tigers as Josh will come off. Now back out to Brown, coming up on 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Fort Scott with a 4-point lead. Pass to Moreland at the elbow. He's got it, now tries to get it to Ty, and it's chased down and stolen by the Panthers. Shot that hit the bottom of the backboard, but a foul on Fort Scott will result in free throws, it looks like. And that's the third foul on Moreland. Brady Bettiga. My apologies for missing that name earlier. He'll have 2 free throws with 1:38 to play in the quarter. First one up there is good for Bettiga. And Josh Woolhoff will check right back in for the Tigers as Moreland will come off. Second free throw on the way, and that one is good. So that 7-point lead is back to 2 now for Fort Scott, as Bettiga will come out. Pass ahead. Moreland Marbury has it in the corner. Now back out to Larson. Over to Anderson. 1:20 to play in the quarter. Now back around to Brown. He'll try a three-pointer. That one in and out, no good. Rebound batted and pickled out of there by Lomshek for the Panthers. Pass to Adamson out front. Now back to Lomshek on the right wing. Lomshek hands it off to Simmons. Now back inside, shot there, no good. Put back, no good. Rebound batted and chased down by the Panthers. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Three-pointer from Colgan. That one doesn't go, and Brown skies for the rebound there. And now a foul coming up the floor on Colgan. A little bit too much contact from Clayton Adamson. So 40 seconds to go and a pass. The inbounds play was knocked away by Colgan, so stolen by the Panthers. And they'll head back the other way. .20 seconds left. Colgan maybe waiting to have the final shot of the quarter. It looks like Colgan has control of the possession arrow as well, so they will get it to start the fourth quarter. Shot inside. That one good from Gabe Brown, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter with your score tied at 31. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fort Scott Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. So as we start the fourth quarter, the Fort Scott Tigers and Colgan Panthers are tied at 31. Colgan with a shot there right at the end of the quarter to tie things up. So Fort Scott, who had a 5-point lead at the break, outscored by the Panthers by 5 in the third quarter to retie the game. Pass goes inside. Ball knocked away, stolen by Fort Scott. Dub Chipman comes down the floor in a hurry. Layup there. No good off the front lip. Rebound taken by the Panthers. Out it comes to Adamson. He'll bring it up the court. Back over to Simmons, back to Adamson on the left wing. Fort Scott has, looks like their starting 5 back out there. Woolhoff, Brown, Marbury, Chipman, and Anderson. 5 on the floor in red right now for the Tigers. Pass goes into the corner for the Panthers. Now back out it comes to Adamson. He'll stop there, now kick it to the right side. To the wing. Anderson tried to get a steal there. Overran it just a hair. Now into the lane it goes for Colgan. Now back to Lomshak. He'll drive to the baseline. Gets stopped there. Now back out. Back to Adamson. And he'll pull it back out. Again, no shot clock this weekend. We would have probably had 2 shot clock violations by now if we were playing an SEK League play, and it doesn't matter anyway as there's a turnover by Fort Scott. Excuse me, turnover to Fort Scott. Turnover by Colgan here. Inbounds play comes to Chipman. Now back to Brown as they'll work against this full court press from Colgan. Looks like a 1-2-2 full court press. Brown gets it up to Anderson. And the hot hand earlier. Now back out to Chipman for 3. Swished up. Chipman buries a long one. Fort Scott faithful behind the bench along with the players on the bench trying to get their teammates on the floor. Some momentum here. Colgan passes it back out. Back into the corner. 3 on the way. That one too strong. Rebound. Chipman goes up and gets it. Into the corner to Brown. Brown stops there. Now kicks it back to Dub. Dub drives the baseline and tried to get a pass over to Ty, and it's picked off by Colgan as Bettiga steps in front of it there. And gets it back to the Panthers. Over to Lomshek on the left wing. Now back out top to Adamson. Adamson back to Bettiga. Bettiga inside. Shot doesn't go. Rebound loose. taken by Anderson for the Tigers. Up, and another pass deflected and stolen by Colgan. Fort Scott, I don't want to say they're taking some things for granted. That sounds bad, but they're not noticing that Colgan can get those hands up in the passing lane and take care of some of those passes. It's the fourth foul on Ty Marbury here. First one on either team here in the fourth quarter. So 5:06 to go in the fourth, and Ty will come out. Quade Moreland will check back in. And we'll see, hopefully Moreland can stay out of foul trouble a little bit. He's got 3 right now. Inbounds play comes in. They get it deep to Gabe Brown. Now over to Bettiga for a long 2. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by Brown on the backside. Brown ahead to Chipman. Dub. Thought about a drive, thought about a shot. Now pulls it back out and resets the offense. And Fort Scott's going to call timeout. So once again, if you weren't with us earlier, the Fort Scott Lady Tigers pulled off a double overtime victory over Colgan in the semifinals in the winner's bracket over in the other gym. And so they will advance to the championship game as they will play, I believe, Blue Valley Southwest in that championship game tomorrow. Out of the timeout, Tiger ball on the left sideline. Now to Moreland. Shot is good for Quade Moreland. Fort Scott now leads by 5. Pass back to the top. Ball deflected by Dub Chipman, but Colgan gets it back. Now they kick it over to Simmons. Back up top to Adamson. Now shot inside. That one doesn't go. And Wolof comes off with the rebound. Just under 4 minutes to play in regulation time. I say that as overtimes have become somewhat normal for the Tigers and Lady Tigers in recent weeks. Ty Anderson gets the shot. We got a whistle at the other end. Looks like a foul on Fort Scott, as that lead is back out to 7 at 38-31. Free throw for Karsten Simmons. He missed the first. Joe Lomshak will check back in for the Panthers as Brock Riddell will check out. It is the second foul on the Tigers in the quarter. Second free throw is good, so 1 of 2 for Simmons. Back to a 6-point advantage for the Tigers. And we got a whistle, and it looks like a foul going to be called on Colgan. Foul on Simmons. Second foul on Simmons in the game. First one on Colgan in the quarter. Inbounds play comes to Wolof. He'll dribble back around to the wing and ran into Brown there. I don't know if they were trying to set a screen and just kind of missed on that or what happened, but they get it back to Dub. He'll reset the offense. Man-to-man defense for the Panthers right now. Pass back out to Brown. He'll reset. Now kicks it over to Anderson. Drive in. Shot there is off the rim, no good, but rebound batted out. Tyler Anderson gets it in and out. It doesn't go. Coach Feedback wanted him to pull it out and run some clock there, leading by 6. But now a steal. Brown's got it. A breakaway and a dunk. What a slam! Timeout, Colgan! There have been some guys in the past wearing a Fort Scott Tiger jersey that have had some very high-flying acrobatics. I believe the last name of Latimer would come to the mind of some folks back home, but we haven't seen that in a while for the Tigers, so that is cool to see from Cannon Brown with the dunk there. And now an 8-point lead for the Tigers. I believe Colgan is the one that called the timeout there. And since we missed so much of the first half, I'm not really sure how many timeouts either team has at the moment. So I'll apologize if the scoreboard isn't quite right. Ball thrown to the corner, and it's going to be lost out of bounds by the Panthers. So the ball goes back over to Fort Scott here. And now we got it. So the two officials are talking about something here. I could hear somebody yell 33 just play, but Ty Marbury is not out there, and Colgan doesn't have a 33, so I don't know who they were talking about. Now one of the officials talking with Coach Feedback. I couldn't tell if there was maybe some jawing down in the corner down there. Very high intensity game here in this one. Had a couple in this gym here tonight. We watched a little bit of the end of the Frontenac-Owensville game while we were setting up. And there was some tense moments at the end of that one too. The only other boys game in this old gym tonight. Now Fort Scott gets it down low. Shot there is good by Brown. Fort Scott by 10. Ball stolen away by Brown. Can he do it again? Nope, just the layup that time, but it still counts for 2. 44-32. Nearly another Fort Scott steal. Lomshak for 3. That one doesn't go. Rebound picked out of there by Simmons. Now back around. But Bettiga has it. Inside shot off the lip, no good. Rebound, Dub Chipman for Fort Scott. 1:40 to play. Colgan might try to start fouling here. They've got some fouls to give in this fourth quarter, but they trail by 10 with a minute and a half to go. Shot, now it's 12 as Brown makes another one. 14. And another Tiger steal. Colgan able to chase it down, though, as it was knocked into backcourt. Layup there is no good by Brady Bettiga, but he'll get a couple of free throws. Foul on Moreland there. His fourth. Third team foul. Yeah, Colgan only has one team foul in the fourth quarter, so if they want to do the foul game, they'll have to catch up. First free throw is no good for Bettiga. Clayton Adamson will check back in. Again, Fort Scott with the lead here, trying to get a rematch with the Frontenac Raiders tomorrow at 2:30. Shot there, doesn't go. So both free throws missed. Fort Scott's Brown gets the rebound. Now Fort Scott all the way down to Wolhoff, and he'll pull it back out. Pass up an easy layup to try to run a little bit of clock time. Now the ball loose on the floor. What do we have? We got a whistle. And they're going to get a Fort Scott timeout. So they get the timeout for Fort Scott. It'll be a full timeout for the Tigers. And I think they're going to try to use this to kind of calm things down. Heard during that last foul and the stoppage for the free throws, Coach Feeback hollering at his guys, just take a breath. Fort Scott coming into this one at 0-9, but they have had so many close calls, especially lately and in SEK League play, that they're ready to get that first win of the season. They're hungry, and if they can do it against a team with as much tradition as Colgan, that would make it even sweeter, I'm sure, for the Tigers. And that's right, against ex-coach Clint Heffer. Now, I don't know how much he would have, the seniors, I think, would have been freshmen his last year with the Tigers, so I don't know how much. I'm sure they remember him, obviously, but so I think this is the third year that he's been at Colgan. Pass inside, we got a whistle and a foul. And again, that's just the second foul on Colgan here, and this is where the I think they called that one on Crossland. His first. Fort Scott able to get it in. Colgan, I'm sure, will try to foul again. They get the steal, though. 46 seconds to go. Layup at the other end. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by Brown for the Tigers. And now we got a whistle. Now it does look like a foul here. But again, they've got, what, 2 more fouls to give.
Panthers, number 1, Clayton Adamson, his third.
It's the third on Clayton Adamson here. Inbounds play comes to Wolhoff. 36 seconds left to go. Pass ahead to Moreland. He'll lay it up and in for the Tigers. And it is looking more and more like it'll be a rematch with Frontenac tomorrow afternoon. 20 seconds to go. Three-pointer from Colgan. That one doesn't go. Rebound loose inside. Picked up, and they tried to get a shot off with the foul. And if that's on Moreland, that may be number 5. So it is on Moreland, and he will have to come out, and they'll have to sub him out. Also, Nate Cunningham will check in, a 5'10 senior for the Tigers. They'll also get Aiden Ogren into the contest. And it looks like Jackson Schaefer is going to come into the game as well for the Tigers. So kind of starting to empty the bench just a little bit here. Inbounds play comes in with 16 seconds to go. Pass into the wing, three-pointer from Crossland. That's in and out. Rebound Wolhoff. And another Colgan foul with 9 seconds to go. But again, that's just the fourth one. So still no bonus. I think they called that one on Bettiga, his second foul. And now, again, the fourth. And it looks like Fort Scott, or Colgan's going to call it off just a little bit here, let this clock run out. The Fort Scott Tigers are going to come away with win number 1 on the season and go to the 5th place game against the Frontenac Raiders tomorrow afternoon. Final score, Fort Scott 48, Colgan 32. We'll take a break and come back. This is Fort Scott Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delana Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. So we welcome you back here as the Fort Scott Tigers get the victory here tonight and the sweep over the Colgan Panthers. The girls won earlier tonight, and we'll get that final for you here in just a moment. But the boys with the victory here tonight, 48-32, the final score here in this boys game, as Fort Scott kind of ran away with it there in the fourth quarter. Game was tied at the end of the third quarter. And wow, I'm just looking at my at my book here. Fort Scott outscored Colgan in the fourth quarter 17-1. And that was that one free throw by Simmons there late in the fourth quarter. So Fort Scott did a great job, did not allow Colgan. They got some shots, but they missed them. So Fort Scott played some good defense there in the fourth quarter after coming into the fourth quarter tied at 31. So Fort Scott comes away with a win here 48-32 tonight and gets that goose egg taken care of in the win column. Let's show you the brackets as we understand them at the moment. Again, in the boys tournament, we do not know. Fairgrove and Putnam City was going on at the same time as the Fort Scott game here in the new gym. So we don't know who won that game, but I believe the rest of the boys bracket is right there. Webb City defeating Nevada earlier today. Fort Scott will face Frontenac tomorrow in the in a rematch of a game that was played at the Tiger Dome earlier this season, a game that Fort Scott ended up falling in, but I'm sure that they would love to have a few plays back from that game, and they'll get a chance to take care of that tomorrow at 2:30 here in the old gym. Colgan falls to the 7th place game. They will take on Owensville out of Owensville, Missouri at 11:30 tomorrow morning here in the old gym. So that's the boys' side of things. The girls will play for the championship tomorrow, when we believe it is Blue Valley Southwest who will be the team they will play there in the championship at 1 o'clock in the new gym tomorrow. So the girls, again, play first. The boys play second. The girls in the new gym, the boys in the old gym. So it'll be the exact same situation as we have here today. We'll go over the new gym. We'll get the girls' game in its entirety, and then come back over here and get you as much as of the boys' game as possible. And hopefully the girls can take care of it in regulation, and we don't have the double overtime. We can get back over here and get you more of the boys' game tomorrow. But looking forward to it. It's always a fun, like I said, it's always a fun tournament. Love coming here to Frontenac and getting it's a close one. We don't have a drive this close very often in our season. The SDK is fairly spread out in parts, and it's fun just to get back here and see these teams. Again, teams that you don't see very often at all, teams like Owensville, Missouri, teams like Lafayette, Missouri, teams like Blue Valley Southwest, Blue Springs on the girls' side, Bartlesville, Oklahoma, Putnam City, Oklahoma, teams that you don't see very often, and then also teams that you know about, like Colgan and Frontenac, but also don't see very often. Nevada's another one that you know quite a bit about, but don't get to play very often. So all in all, it was a fun situation, and it's always a fun tournament, and looking forward to this. So again, the girls play, I believe it's Blue Valley Southwest at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the new gym. We'll have that one for you in its entirety, and then as soon as that one's over, we'll get torn down and get over here to the boys' game as quickly as we can, as the boys will take on Frontenac for 5th place here in the old gym, and that one's scheduled to start at 2:30 in the afternoon. So thanks for joining us here this evening. That's all we've got for you tonight. I know kind of a hodgepodge and mixed match of things, but again, thank you so much for joining us here this evening. We know you have several options when watching the Fort Scott Tigers and Lady Tigers play, but thanks for joining us tonight here on Duckbait TV. For my dad on the camera tonight, Willie Abatey, thanks again for him providing everything that he does with the camera and everything else there. To all the duck baits back home, my kids, my wife, love you very much. Thanks for letting me come out and do these. And to all of our viewers and our sponsors, thank you so much for watching this production of Duckbait TV. Good night, Kansas.